Hello everyone, welcome back. We're back with a glutes and hamstrings workout today. Garage, of course. Temperature is nice and fine today. However, we are in a winter storm warning right now on March 5th. So that's something to look forward to. I think my last, yesterday in my chest and arms video, I mentioned we were probably due for one more storm. Winter storm, I should say, but it's fine. It's no big deal. I don't mind snow. So, once again, I'm kind of down bad. One of my headphones is dead. Because again, I listened to an audiobook last night. It died and stayed connected to my phone. So, just working with one headphone, but that's fine because I got my little one on the camera over here. Just got that up, and I actually did crank the volume so y'all might hear them, cooing and sucking on their pacifier. So, haven't been napping the best. It took me a while to get them down. So, we'll see how that holds. They slept for like 30 minutes and then woke up again for like 30 minutes right as I got into the garage and kind of started warming up and everything. So I've just kind of been going back and forth. I did start out, I stretched, of course. I did do some calf raises, so I didn't do them on a barbell. What I did was I took one of my plates, I set it down on the ground, one of my rubber plates, set it on the ground, I grabbed the other 45, and then I just put my feet on it, so like my heels were touching the ground so I could get the full, calf raise movement. So, like I said, we're doing glutes and hams today. I'm going to do, as usual, I'm going to do some hip thrusts. I'll start out with 135, get the mind muscle connection, a little warm up, muscles are warm. Then I will go up to 225, and then after that I'll do 275, and then I might just crank it up from there. I really want to just start hitting 8 reps for pretty much every movement. I do have music in. I'm listening to the latest Above and Beyond Group Therapy album. If you like electronic music, it's great. They come up with a collection of new music pretty much every week, and it's a great way to find new electronic music. So listen to that right now. Feeling good. We hit our caloric goals yesterday. I did kind of have to cheat a little bit and get some Taco Bell for dinner yesterday at work. I should have meal prepped on Sunday. I messed up there. I should have meal prepped yesterday. Messed up there. Other important things to precedent. I buckled down and found the time. Yeah, probably. Because, number one, Taco Bell ain't the best food to be eating when you want to eat healthy. Yes, it's delicious. Yes, I enjoyed it. But I can't be doing that every day. Certainly not a healthy habit. So we're gonna find some time today. I'm gonna cook up a bunch of rice. I gotta do a bunch of meal prepping. Luckily, I got a rice maker or rice cooker, and it's like 30 minutes and I can make like 8 cups of rice. So, or like 8 to 9 cups of rice, I would say. So, got that, and then we'll meal prep our meals for work. It is a bit dreary today. It's supposed to start snowing, or it's supposed to start raining, and then it's not supposed to turn to snow until like tonight. So I'm gonna have a real fun drive home tonight. That felt good. We'll grab our 25. Or 25 on. After this, I will do straight leg deadlifts, or Romanian deadlifts. Interchangeable term, call them whatever you want. So, gosh, what is there? I know I'm kind of in the early stages of figuring out a schedule and how I want to record these videos and how often I want to post or upload, etc., etc. I have a goal. At first, I was uploading pretty much every day of the week, and then that kind of became unsustainable. I have the time. Would it be responsible of me to dedicate that time towards, editing the video, putting it up, etc., uploading, all that stuff? No, that's the problem. I have other pressing matters, more important things. So I think this is, I'm taking things one step at a time. So, if you are someone who actually is consistently watching my videos right now, then awesome. I'm happy that you're watching them. I hope you're enjoying them. Thank you for watching them. So I'm just trying to figure out, post on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, or do like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then Tuesday, Thursday, and then next week, Monday, alternating schedule. Because, I kind of do the same workouts Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then on Tuesday, Thursday. So now I'm like, how can I switch things up so people don't see the same thing week to week? So, we're figuring things out. So, give me a little bit of patience is appreciated. And then with the volume on the camera here, like I said, you might hear them moving around, might hear them cooing, etc., etc. My fiance is on a call or a work meeting started 5 minutes ago at 10. So that's why I'm also cranking the volume on, is because I don't want the baby's crying to interfere with her work. So, 7-3. It might just be best. I was thinking about throwing in another headphone, but it just might be best to just keep the headphone on so I can hear the camera a lot better. Which is fine. And I would just play music on a speaker. That's way more fun, but I don't know how YouTube, if I'm playing something in the background, if they'll strike down the video, because technically I'm not licensed to play, whatever's music. So, I don't know. Not set number 3. I certainly can do more than that. So let's throw I want to do something where it's 6 to 8, If I can do that for more than 10 easily, thinking here. Let's throw the 35 on. And let's just see what that can eat, what that yields. Oh, I gotta take 25 off. I think I'm okay with no gloves on right now. I'm not, this bar isn't freezing cold. It's not like those dumbbells. I don't know what it is about those dumbbells. Those dumbbells get freezing. And at a certain point, I gotta clean this mat, these mats, because I gotta clean my garage in general. I got a bunch of stuff that I need to hang still. I think in one of the first videos, I said I had a banner that I wanted to hang right here. I got a bunch of stuff I need to do in the garage and in the house. Luckily not big projects, but just like little things, you know, just little stuff to hang or, you know, put up or et cetera, et cetera. So, all right, step number 4. I'm taking my rest with these. Hip was tightening up there. The hip flexor. Okay. That's right where I'm shooting for. At 8. Well, I think I technically said 6 to 8. But I think I hit 9. So. Oh, excuse me. I'm not even tired, I promise. I'm just yawning. So, I think I mentioned it in one of my earlier videos, but the audiobook that I'm listening to, side note, step number 5 coming up next. The audiobook I'm listening to right now, the series is called The Story of Civilization. I thought it was like the history of civilization. It's the story of civilization. I'm on the 2nd book. I know that for sure. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that. But it's the title is escaping me right now. It's something it's something about Greece. It's can't remember the name. It's something to do with Greece. But pretty much the whole book is about the civilization, like the is Grecian? I don't know if that's the correct term, but Greece's as a civilization history from like, oh gosh, I'm gonna butcher this. I'm not sure BC. Like their civilization from then until their fall of it, I think, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure the time frame. I should know this. I'm listening to the book, you know, but I find very quickly my memory is quite poor. We're working on that though. We're trying to work on that. It is one. I'm listening to it now, and it is one series that I would like to actually physically read once I finish the audiobooks. I have a list of history books that I actually want to physically read on the time when I actually have the hard copies of them. Okay, we hit 10 on that one. Just throw a 10 on. Wow, we're gonna technically hit 3 plates weight. We should be able to hit this for at least 6 to 8. This should be our 6 to 8 rack range lift. But yeah, it's been an incredibly interesting book because, you know, the outline, right now I'm going through, oh gosh, see, this is where my poor memory is going to show. Right now I'm going through what I think, I'm not sure if this has been, if this information is outdated, but what is essentially considered the Grecian Golden Age, or the Greek Golden Age. And it's when Pericles was, if I'm not butchering names, if I remember correctly, Pericles was the ruler at the time. And it was considered, again, the Golden Age of Greece. And that was to, like, it's crazy because it's such like it's only like 50 years or something like that. If I remember correctly, it's like maybe like 360 BC to 280 AD, or like 320 BC to 280 BC, something like that. But it's crazy because of how short the timing is, or the time frame is. You look at it in the grand scale of history and you're like, that's nothing, God. But and you know, that kind of outline pre-Socratic philosophers, and you know, I've read a book called A Pre-Socratic Reader, I think is the name of the book, and it pretty much outlines what we know. Again, I don't know if this information is outdated, but pretty much what we know about philosophers pre-Socrates. Well, I know Anaxagoras is like one of the guys who made a lot of really interesting hypotheses. That's the only name, and that's the only reason why that's the one big name that I can remember really well from the book, and that's really sad. That's the only one I can remember. But it's a really fantastic book. Makes you realize, like, you know, yeah, it's odd because, you know, on one hand you'll hear their theories on astronomy and you're like, oh my gosh, they are like years ahead of their time, you know, and then you hear like what their theories are on like human anatomy, and you're like, wow, you couldn't have missed the mark by further. or like up to a point, you're like, okay, you know, they find out that they're, you know, they have circulation, and, you know, they theorize that, you know, the air that we breathe in is brought to the, you know, is brought into the body and delivered, you know, by the veins to the tissue and stuff like that. But then you're like, oh, and then all these things are made up of like fire and water, and like it's, and then it like takes this turn, and you're like, oh, like you're good, left turn, like way off, you know. But it's crazy how close to the mark they were even in that time without, you know, without microscopy or, you know, valid. I don't know what type of testing they had at the time, what type of tests they undertook, or what they did, but it's very, very interesting. I would highly recommend. I think everyone should read history, because history, I find, the saying is, history doesn't repeat itself, but it definitely rhymes. I don't know who said that. Shout out to whoever said that, but you are very correct. Okay. I think next week, we just kind of got to jump our way to 315 and just do this weight. Because that's, if I want to be growing my legs the size that I want, this is what I got to be like. So, that's the last set. Let's I will prep the bar for RDLs. So, all right, bars loaded for RDLs. Just doing 185 to start. I should be able to manage more of that, but I think that's just a good working set weight, I think, in my head. With the hip thrusts, I think I was laying off the accelerator. It's a little too much. I realized that with that set of 315, I could have done that a lot earlier and got a lot more solid reps and sets in. So, I mentioned every video now. It's that self-preservatory voice. Wants to, you know, save your muscles. Wants to save your energy. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna get the weight up, get my form in check. So for 8, that felt pretty dang good. Probably could have pushed myself to do more. Oh, and see, the self-preservation is kicking in. So, I'm going to do 225. I'm gonna hope I don't. Yeah, the hamstrings are tight right now. We probably should have stretched a little bit more. I hope I don't tear your hamstring here. Knock on wood. I hope I'm not jinxing myself right now. If things start to feel a little sketchy, we'll just be careful because we don't want to injure ourselves. And man, it just feels crazy because it's already March. The older you get, I'm gonna sound like a hell darn old person, but older than I am. But people are right when they say, the older you get, more time flies. And it's, you know, again, it's kind of rough because free weights, it's a little bit tougher to, at least for me right now, I'm having a hard time finding workouts that hit my glutes and hams, you know, enough. So, no. People probably see my form starting up and they're like, I hope he's not deadlifting like that. Nope. Felt weird, but we just kind of gotta push ourselves. Yeah, the form was a little odd, but we just gotta push ourselves here. Again, I have not showered today. I'm taking my hat off, so excuse me for the greasy, dirty hair. But you know what? I got an excuse. So, set number 3. We'll try and make it better this time. I was a little, if I'm being honest, whenever I'm in deadlift position, I think my body starts to get a little scared. So we're gonna try and break through that. Try and see if we can make sure that doesn't happen. We can actually get our good sets out. Set number 3. Get our feet set right too. Trying to find where. That should be good right there. I need straps. I need straps so bad. Or I need to start strengthening my forearms. Goodness gracious. Ugh. My lower back is starting to flare up, but still manageable right now. But that felt good. Gosh, I wish I had like a hamstring curl. Something to isolate these bad boys a little bit more. Grab a little bit of water here. Yeah, I mean, with this hair, I just got this fucking haircut and I'm not sure how I'm feeling about it. I said it yesterday, but it's like my hair is very fluffy So like, this doesn't like just go straight back, it like poofs up and then like goes back at the same time. So like, it just looks, it looks really funny. But, alright, set number 4. Again, the grip is just slipping. And I can feel a tendency to really put a lot of weight on my left side because the surgery's on the right side. So that's another reason why I wish I could do some single leg stuff. Because I feel like even though I know my knee is okay, my right side is okay, I still have like my body has this internal, stop. Don't go too hard on it, you're gonna injure it. Which is annoying. I mean, it serves its purpose, obviously, but. Set number 4. I think it's because it's a combination of the leg thing and my lower back on the right side kind of being weird, if I can, guess. But that might be another reason why my left side is taking over instead of my right. It's because it's afraid to do whatever to my right side. But that's just like a form cleanup thing. If I keep my core tight, I should be okay. Okay. Once again, the grip is starting to slip. I wonder, I'm gonna try using these and see if these help. I don't know, maybe it'll help. But it's starting to bother me. My hamstrings aren't getting as good of a workout as they could. If anybody has any single leg stuff suggestions that I can do, please enlighten me. Oh, I just realized, I could do? I could do single leg glute bridges. And that might do it. I could go down like this and then just focus on the hamstring, maybe. I can feel it getting worked. Yeah, let's give that a try after this. So I was trying those ham raises. And it's a little, it's helpful, yes. You know, let's just do that and then let's see how it feels. Let's go with what we normally do. We'll go from there. Okay. I'm gonna wrap this tight in my gloves. It kind of helped. The gloves kind of helped. Not as much as I would have liked, but. Okay. That's it for RDLs. Feeling pretty good. Let's jump over. I'm gonna jump over to glute ham raises. And we'll start doing that. All right, so we're back with glute ham raises. I think that's what these are technically called. So, as I mentioned, I kind of have my feet underneath this workbench, my heels. I have my legs spread a little bit, and I'm just slowly leaning over, like catching myself until I really can't, and then letting my glutes take over, and then like kind of pushing myself back up. And it's mostly hamstring focused. It is a really good workout. It's just kind of, you unfortunately don't get the full hamstring range of motion. I'm gonna move this a little bit further away, actually. See, I can't. I'm flexing my hamstrings. I can't get myself up. That's why I have that there. I probably should save myself my elbows, not my wrists. That's how you get a wrist injury. Not sure how many I'm at. Oh. We'll just go until failure with that. Yeah, that seems. Gotta finish up the rep. So yeah, again, this is kind of just the funky stuff that I gotta do, as I've mentioned earlier, that I've gotta do to, you know, get a good workout in. And it does kind of suck. It's tough because there's so many other workouts I'd rather do than this. But this is just kind of what we got. I think I'm really gonna try that single leg hip thrust. It's really hard to tell when you're at failure and when you think you can do more, you know? especially with this movement. Seems like the little one has been sleeping soundly, so I'm just kind of looking in the mirror. Okay, that's 3 sets. 3 more. You know, you'll ask me, maybe, I don't know, why do I read these, or why do I listen to these, like, history books? Why do I, you know, that sounds like the most fucking boring thing, you know, that you could do. But, you know, again, it's really interesting because, you know, you have written history until however long back, and you look at these civilizations, and you know, okay, these are the earliest civilizations that we know of. And you're like, you know, how did they start? How long have they been doing this for? You know? And it raises the question, like, you know, do we really know? You know, is this the first, you know, I think, you know, labeling something as the first, I mean, labeling something as the first known, you know, advanced civilization, I think that's a fair term to give. And by no means am I an expert on the matter, so don't, you know, I'm not going to be spouting like, you know, my word is gospel. I'm going to leave that to the professionals. But you know, you have to wonder, like, okay, well, these are the first known ones. Like, you know, it's like, you know, there's so much, you know, so many stories written about these grand cities and these grand civilizations, like Troy, for example. You know, we have written history saying that Troy was a city. You know, Homer writes that, you know, the Iliad and the Odyssey, you know, those mention Troy, you know, and then we find what might be the remains of Troy, you know, and then you're like, you know, were these really the, you know, the remains of the great city of Troy? And, you know, how long was Troy around then? You know, if Troy was considered to be a bastion and, you know, a strong city-state, you know, and this is when Athens and Greece was kind of coming into their own. And how long had Troy been doing it for? But that's why I find these interesting. It's like, yeah, you know, we have all this written history, but like, were those really the first known civilizations? Or were those really the first civilizations? Not just known, but first, you know, advanced city-states. Just kind of interesting, you know, how long has humanity really been around? You know, it's just crazy that, you know, we're investigating our roots, where we came from, et cetera, et cetera. You know, we may divulge, we may both disagree. You know, some people may believe that it was, you know, we were the creation of a higher being. Some people may say that we came from evolution. Some people may believe that, you know, that we were seeded by aliens. I don't know. if you can't tell, I'm a person who, I work on evidence, and if evidence gives me, if there's evidence for something, then, odds are that I'm probably going to believe that. You have to be realistic about these things. And I know stuff operates by faith. That's okay. I'm not disagreeing and saying that you're wrong to believe what you want to believe. I'm just explaining my beliefs, And we can both, that's okay. We can both have our thoughts and opinions, and we can both say, hey, you know what? I recognize that your opinion is different than mine. And, I may think that you're wrong, but that doesn't mean that I think any less of you for it. Me personally. You may think that of me. That's fine. You can think less of me. That's totally okay. I'm not going to take hurt for that. That's your opinion. You can hold that opinion of me. That's the beauty of this country. Freedom of speech. So we can say what we want about each other, and we can believe what we want about each other. I can have different beliefs than you. And that allows two different groups to investigate something really fun. And you know what? At the end of the day, I'm seeking the truth, just like, you may be. We're just coming at it from different angles. We both want the truth of things. We both really want to know what the heck was the origins of humanity. We all want to know that. I just want to know because I'm curious, I don't know how many I did, but I know that was my 5th set. But it's such an interesting question. And it's a damn shame if people, well, I shouldn't say it's a damn shame, but I love that there are different opinions out there. And I love that different people have different opinions on things, and different hypotheses on things, and different beliefs, because that all allows us to arrive at different conclusions for something. And that's the great mixing pot of our country and our world. And it allows us to problem solve things and come up with just so many ideas that could be the answer for something. And maybe we may, the answer for something may not be the exact answer for that one thing, but it may have an answer for something else. It may be the answer for something else, indirect to the thing that we're trying to answer. And that's what I love about it. That's what I love about different opinions. That's why I love them so much. That's what I'm all for. Trying to expand my views. Get all the different opinions that I can. Listen, people, why, And I think I mentioned it in one of my earlier videos, Not enough people, I think, myself included, definitely myself included, are good enough listeners. Listening is a skill and an art upon itself, as I've mentioned in the previous video. And being a good listener is to your benefit. But enough of my lectures. End of the day, believe what you want to believe. I will believe what I want to believe. And we can both respect each other in that manner. So, we're going to try that single leg hip thrust. I'm just really trying to think what I could do. In the meantime, I'll set that up. All right, so we're set up with that. I don't know if I'm far enough away from the wall. I don't think I am. But we're going to give it a try. No, I'm definitely not far enough away from the wall. Push this back. Okay, so I think I got this bag far back enough now. I just kind of had to adjust it. I was a little too close. Straighten it out here. So we're going to just try the single leg raises. We'll see. That was pretty dang good, actually. That felt pretty good. So we're going to grab a
We're gonna grab a 45. We're almost done here. This is the last workout. And this is kind of a spur of the moment type thing. We'll see if we can balance that dumbbell on us. Not sure how this is gonna go, but I think we'll be okay. I think this will actually work the hamstrings like I want to work them. So we're just gonna set up. Set it up like normal. This is gonna be really weird to watch because I don't know how I'm gonna set this up. I'm just gonna kind of set right there and just. This is so weird. I mean, it's definitely working it. It's adding the weight. I think it's just gotta be like that. If anybody has any better ideas, share them, because you can see I'm desperate. Whew. But it's a good movement. I mean, it does the job well. I can definitely feel it in my hamstring. So let's set one. Little one's still napping. Nap time's almost over though, so we'll end our workout once nap time ends. I had to make a bunch of formula before the workout started. Had to feed the little one, had to feed myself. So, again, very odd. Very odd setup we got going. I may be mistaken, that's not doing too much. I gotta figure something out better for hamstrings. So we'll call it at that. Yeah, so needless to say, I need a hamstring workout. I need hamstring suggestions for free weights. If anybody has them, if you're watching this video just in your pastime and you get this far, please, you got any suggestions that I'm not doing already? Please, make those suggestions, I need them. I don't know when I'm gonna get bands, I don't know when I'm gonna get a cable system, I don't know when that's gonna happen. But, until then, you know, this is what I'm working with. So that's the glutes and hamstrings workout. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Hope everyone Now yesterday I said I was gonna post on Wednesday. So yes, today's Tuesday, I'm posting this on Wednesday, tomorrow. Then tomorrow I have back. I will not record that workout. Thursday, I'm gonna do shoulders. And then Friday, because I wanna give time for my quad. I'm gonna do quads on Friday. I don't wanna do quads on Thursday, because I want to give my legs some time to recover. So I'll do quads on Friday, and then you guys will get that Friday workout. It'll have to be quick turnaround time on the video, but you know, that's right now what I'm hypothetically going for. So again, I hope everyone has a great Tuesday, great Wednesday, whatever day it is for you. And again, we will be back on Friday for quads. So again, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, you know, do those whole things. If you just enjoyed it, enjoy it. Leave it at that. You don't have to do any of those things. And I'll see you guys on Friday. Have a good rest of your days. Good workouts.